So, going into the West region, we've got starting it off Kansas Howard. I like the Jayhawks. And then in the 8-9 matchup, two very underperforming teams this year. I'm going to go with the Muss Bus, and they ride on into the second round in Des Moines. Then we got St. Mary's VCU in a 5-12 matchup. I like St. Mary's. I like the Gales to beat the Rams. And then we got in a 4-13 matchup, somewhat of a throwback to the old Big East of UConn Iona with Rick Pitino coaching the Gales. And there's a lot of controversy, a lot of discussion that Pitino might be going to a bigger job, and I think that's a bit of a distraction. I like the Huskies to advance. And then TCU versus either Arizona State, Nevada. That game's going on as we record it. Doesn't matter. TCU is going to win one of Ethan's preseason Final Four predictions. And then Gonzaga, Grand Canyon. Grand Canyon University. Looks like a phenomenal place to go watch a game. Their student section looks electric. But I got to go with the Gonzaga. It's not the Sweet 16 or the Elite Eight. So I'm going with the Zags. And then Northwestern Boise State. Now we've got a matchup of a team that's been to the NCAA tournament twice now, and Boise State, who plays in the Mountain West. Do you guys know what Boise State's record? In the
0-0
tournament is since 2016?
0-0
Since 2016.
0-1.
It is not. They are 1-11 since 2016 in NCAA tournament
How
games.
is that possible?
Well, and we have a few other ones. Utah State, so that would make them 1-12, 1-13 with San Diego State.
The Mountain West is 1 and something.
Yeah. The Mountain West is 1-11.
Because you said Boise, and I was like, that number, those math numbers don't add up.
Yes. So up to this point, they're 1-13. I think they go Boise. The Mountain West goes to 1-14. I like the Wildcats to move on. And then we got UCLA, UNC, Asheville. I know Grant's never been to California, and I know he likes North Carolina, right. But I think the California school advances.
That's a shame.
And then we've got Kansas, Arkansas. And I had this for the longest time, pick Arkansas as an upset, but I switched it. Bill Self as a 1 seed is almost a surefire guarantee to make it to at least the Sweet 16 in the NCAA tournament. So I'm rolling with the Jayhawks, and their title defense marches on into the second weekend. And then we got St. Mary's, UConn. They were the last team to lose a game in the NCAA this year. And I like UConn to go and beat the Gales. And then we got TCU, Gonzaga. And I'm going to go with, this isn't one of Mark Few's best teams. And when they play a team that's on even or level competition, they kind of tense up a little bit. So I'm rolling with the Horned Frogs. And then we've got Northwestern, UCLA. I like UCLA. And then in the Sweet 16, we got Kansas, UConn. I think this is where Kansas's luck runs out. I think UConn pulls the upset, and they go on to the Elite Eight. And they're going to be playing UCLA. I think UCLA has been a tremendous team. I think they were in the running for a while for the 1 seed, but just ended up having to settle for a 2. So I like the Bruins to move on, which sets up in the Elite, the West region, UConn, UCLA. I like the Huskies. Something about the Dan Hurley's team. I think they're gonna get hot at the right time, and I think they're gonna move on to Houston for the Final Four, their first appearance since 2014.
Wow. All right, so we're going to move on. Kansas is playing Dwight Howard. They're going to win. Dwight Howard's washed up, so we're moving on. Kansas goes. Illinois, Arkansas. Sorry, Grant, your preseason Final Four pick is going to lose to Illinois. Even though I don't think Illinois is that good, I don't think Arkansas is either. St. Mary's, VCU. I'm not a big VCU guy this year. I don't know why, but St. Mary's is solid. I think they beat Gonzaga
At least once.
this year. Uh,
Yeah.
I think they beat them once, lost twice. But then UConn, Iona. The last game that Rick Pitino is going to coach for Iona before he goes to St. John's and absolutely tears it up in New York. But it doesn't matter. UConn will beat him. I think they're going to be solid enough to hold off the Gales. TCU is going to beat whoever the heck is playing right now. They're both not good. They're not. Neither one are good enough to beat TCU, so the Horned Frogs advance. TCU is very good. Gonzaga, Grand Canyon. Gonzaga is good, but I don't think they're great. But they still win this game. I don't think they're like our college age Gonzaga teams. They're just solid. They're not like elite. And then Boise State, Northwestern. Boise State sucks. The Mountain West sucks. Still improved it. Northwestern moves on. Go Kitties. And then UCLA, UNC Asheville. If views counted, Asheville would win since I was just driving through there a couple weeks ago. But UCLA is better, so they advance. Kansas, Illinois. This is the game that hopefully your roommate gets to watch.
Yes, hopefully.
Mr. Alec. So down in Des Moines. So Kansas wins. And then St. Mary's, UConn, a little bit of some mid-major. I guess not really mid-major for UConn anymore. But UConn wins. They beat the mid-major St. Mary's. They move on to face Kansas. TCU, Gonzaga, like I already mentioned, TCU is really good. Gonzaga is only decent. So TCU advances. And they're going to play UCLA. Northwestern is good, but they're not that good. They can't keep up with them, even though they got second in the Big Ten. Kansas, UConn, even with a newly stinted Bill Self, Kansas wins. They go to they beat UConn. And then TCU, UCLA. We have a Big 12 matchup in the Elite Eight and what is going to be a Big 12 matchup in the actual Final Four as well. TCU advances preseason Final Four to regular season Final Four. So the Horned Frogs are going to be in the playoff for the football, and also they're going to be in the the Final Four for basketball. I don't know if any team has done that yet.
So.
Both. It's got to be close.
Yeah.
Because Alabama didn't this year.
Maybe Ohio State in like 15?
Nope. Ohio State has been to the Final Four since 12. It's not Kentucky.
It'll be the first time.
Be the first time.
Besides that, you have a bunch of football schools.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
Man, the state of Texas sure is going to love Ethan if they listen to this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, Dylan, you don't need to look it up because it's definitely the first time it's going to happen. Has to be.
It has to be.
So we're going to get this show on the road, and Kansas is going to advance just because they're better than whoever the hell they're playing. Yeah, Dwight Howard's team. So yeah, Howard, you don't stand a chance. So the Jayhawks go off to the second round. Bill Self's not going to have too much stress in this game. He's
Oh my God, he's dead.
Oh God, he could.
Oh,
I'm going to tell you guys a joke off camera because I thought of something and it's hilarious, but I'm not going to say it now.
Oh boy.
Oh, who the hell is Bill Self going to play in the second round? Oh yeah, I'm going to go with my preseason Final Four pick. I'm going to go Arkansas, just because I think they're athletic. They haven't been able to put it together much this year in the regular season, but I trust Musselman as a coach, so I'm going to go the Razorbacks playing the Jayhawks, and then I need some help here, boys. What's the 5-12 matchup again, or 4-13? St. Mary's VCU. This was a game I wanted to go with VCU just because of that 5-12 matchup, but I think St. Mary's is going to pull it off. It's going.
I had already picked 3-12.
Yeah, the sweep of the floor. That's a lot. So
that's a bit aggressive considering the other three.
That is correct. And then whoever's UConn is playing, it don't matter because I think they're going to advance and low key, UConn's a damn good team this year. And you know what? Whenever the Final Four is in the state of Texas, the UConn Huskies always find a way to play some of their best basketball. And who knows? Mess around and win the whole thing. So we'll go with UConn right here. And then,
That would actually be cool if they won. It'd be like basically
oh
our
yeah,
childhood
absolutely.
all over again.
Like
Like it was every year.
every year when it was in
Every
Texas,
fucking year.
UConn would go win it. Kind of like in the early 2000s, and even year in baseball, pencil in the Giants to the World Series.
Yeah.
And then after UConn, what do we got next on there, boys? You?
TCU,
either
Yeah, I'm
Arizona
gonna go-
State, Nevada.
Just say Arizona State. They're up 19 with 5 minutes left in the first half. It's not.
Yeah,
going
so we're
well
gonna
for
we're gonna
Nevada.
go with the fighting Jamie Dixons, and after he kind of got screwed out of a big tournament win last year against Arizona, he's gonna get to the second round. So TCU is gonna advance, and then we got Gonzaga playing whoever the heck they're playing.
Grand Canyon.
Grand Canyon. That are they the Antelopes or what the hell are they?
Grant make
Gonzaga.
your pick.
This isn't a competition on which campus is more beautiful. If that were the case, we're gonna go Grand Canyon. I'm going with Gonzaga. And then as in the words of Ethan, UCLA, whoever they're playing, it don't matter. UCLA's got the better players. Mick Cronin's a hell of a coach. He's underrated. UCLA advances.
Yep, and it
Antelopes,
is
okay.
the Antelopes.
Nice.
Grand Canyon's mascot.
Got
So.
it.
All right, boys, and this is where it's gonna get wild here, and this is gonna make or break my tournament to see if we win or not.
He's taking Boise State to the
No,
Elite
we are
Eight.
not. We're gonna go with the Northwestern Wildcats, right there.
Hey.
And Chris Collins
Big
doing a
Ten
hell of a
homer.
job there. There in Evanston, but like I said, right here, this is where we make or break this bracket. I said Arkansas the Final Four to start the year. I think Kansas is too reliant on Jalen Wilson, and I think I'm worried about that health scare. Go Pig Suey! We're taking the Hogs in the Sweet 16. Yeah, we're gonna do it. You got to be aggressive.
We're getting
You got to get
hairy.
aggressive this time of the year in March, and we're gonna go with the Hawks right here. Sorry, Bill, but your road to recovery is going to start this weekend, Saturday night.
Not the road to the Final Four. The road to the He didn't have a heart attack though. The
Yeah, exactly.
Put a stint in.
And I need to find my notes here. Here we are.
So
Thank you.
St. Mary's.
Yep, the Gales. Their season is gonna end. I'm gonna go with UConn. Like I said, Dylan, they were the last team to lose this year, and they're just playing well. And I think a Bobby Hurley led team. They're going to be tough. They're going to clamp you down on defense, and they're going to give St. Mary's some trouble. So UConn advances. And then we have Gonzaga, TCU.
TCU.
I'm going to regret this because this is normally a team you can't trust, but I think with Timmy being experienced, I think Mark Few is going to do a good coaching job in this game. I'm going to go with Gonzaga in the Sweet 16.
Ooh, and this is a little bit of a trouble in paradise for you, Grant, because I believe you had Arkansas and Gonzaga in your Final Four.
Oh boy,
this year. So, yep. So, all right. Now we got Northwestern UCLA.
We're gonna go UCLA. They're just a good basketball team.
Okay.
And they're like I said, Mick Cronin's a hell of a coach, and they're gonna be too much for Northwestern. It's too much.
Okay, and then.
Yeah,
off to the Sweet 16.
We got UConn and Arkansas, and sorry Razorbacks, but this is where your fun ends. I'm going with the Huskies right here. I think they got the upset over Kansas. That kind of made their season, and that's about as far as they're going to be able to get. And then the bottom of that, Gonzaga and UCLA. I don't know. It's tough because UCLA has a couple of injuries right now. That I don't know if they can come back from. But I'm going to go with the Zags. I'm going to stick with my preseason prediction. Like I said, UCLA, they just got a couple injuries, I think, in their backcourt right now. And I think Mark Few is going to have a nice job coaching this tournament. So I go with the Zags. And then Gonzaga versus UConn and the Elite Eight. I'm going to go with the Zags to the Final Four. I think this is, Mark Few does a nice job coaching in this tournament. Like Ethan said, it's not his best team, but he's going to put a nice coaching job together in the Zags and be in the Final Four.